Welcome to IAS Market Talk, your trusted source for timely ag market insights, brought to you by Innovative Ag Services. Each week, we break down the latest beef market trends impacting Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin, with expert updates tailored specifically for our IAS members. This week, you'll hear directly from Dave Rueber, IAS Beef Production Specialist, who brings decades of experience and deep knowledge of the cattle industry to these conversations. Dave has been providing market updates to producers for years, and now he's bringing those insights straight to you through this podcast. Tune in weekly for what you need to know straight from people you know. With that, here's Dave Rueber with the latest on what's happening in the cattle markets this week.
David Rueber, Beef Production Specialist for Innovative Ag Services, calling with a beef market commentary for December 10th. It's Cyhawk week for men's and women's basketball, so good basketball to watch here Wednesday night and Thursday night. Cattle market last week was strongly higher, $10 to $12 higher. We sold cattle from 220 to 223, 224. Most cattle in the 220, 221 range FOB. Like I said, a bunch higher. And we're already seeing higher bids this week. There's some 227s out there already today. If that board's higher again tomorrow morning, which it feels like it could be, we got good chance to be a little higher than that. So, basically it looks like we're going to throw $17, $18, $20 on top of where this market was 2.5 weeks ago. Just a crazy up, crazy down, crazy back up again. So yeah, good news if you got some cattle to sell. This thing's kind of in our favor. Packers a little short bought. Weather's been tough. Weather rallies. We said, hey, that weather gets mean. We can put some money on this market, and it's kind of what's going on. We're taking pounds off of some of these cattle in outside pens. Nebraska's got tough stuff. We've got, some tougher weather. Most of our cattle got some protection, but boy, it definitely helps kind of add on to this market. So trending in the right direction. Feeder cattle are dramatically working higher. We're not that far away from where we were a month ago before, the crap hit the fan and things got kind of crazy. I mean, we dropped those feeder cattle $40 and we put 30 of it back on again. These 8-weight steers are back up into the 340s. Some even tick higher than that. We got break evens on cattle we're buying that are 230s, not far from 240, depending on where you price your corn at, might be in the 240s. So yeah, these calves, those 5 weights are back up pushing $5 a pound. The 6 weights are $4 a pound. It's what a ride. It's been quite a month and a half here, no doubt. Cost of gains right now, that's one thing. All these feed stuffs have kind of keep creeping a little bit higher. Hay's worked up $10, $20 a ton. Corn's kind of inching quarter higher than what it was a month ago. Wet feeds are working higher. They're $5 to $10 higher than they kind of had been. These cost of gains with winter weather setting in, these steers, we're back up at $1 or higher. And these heifers, you're talking $1.05 to $1.08 cost of gains. So factor in those higher cost of gains, and you're going to have some break evens that are nowhere near hedgeable. And I mean like $10 to $15 above what the futures price is 7-8 months from now when they would go to town. So hedgeability is out the window. Doesn't mean they can't make money, but you aren't going to hedge them on day one. Then you start looking at what kind of strategies you can have, and boy, we're pretty limited on what we can do with these scenarios. Basically kind of a hope and pray kind of a hedge strategy, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Wild ride we're on. Just kind of hang with it. We're back up to where this price bump bailed out a lot of these cattle that would have lost money, at the price it was 2 weeks ago. So things going good, and usually you see stuff okay going into the holidays. One thing they get done buying this week, they probably aren't going to need to buy cattle to go until the new year. So you might see some short purchasing weeks, after this week. So that's just something to keep an eye on. Watch those boxes. All this rally can come to an end if this darn box beef thing doesn't work higher. And it's had a struggle the last couple of weeks. So just watch those choice boxes. Once again, my name is David Rueber, Beef Production Specialist from Innovative Ag. Thank you.
That's it for this week's episode of IAS Market Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss an update. And if you know a fellow producer who could benefit from this information, share this episode with them. For more updates and insights, visit innovativeag.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We'll catch you next time on IAS Market Talk.
Are you ready for a hands-on role with purpose? Join the facility operations team at Innovative Ag Services, where we value hard work, safety, and community. With locations across Northeast and Central Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin, we offer industry-leading benefits, on-the-job training, and a culture that supports your growth. From competitive pay to a uniform allowance, we invest in our team. Grow with IAS and discover your co-opportunity. Apply today at innovativeag.com.